This is a really nice comment. And so I did a little research into you. So I know that you're a Marine. So, and I'm a very, I wouldn't say I'm a pacifist, but I'm just a non-military person and people know that. But yet, and I will say it's very interesting. There's this dichotomy. I have the utmost respect for people that dedicate their lives to something greater than themselves. So I have a lot of respect for that. And I definitely have a very soft spot for Marines. This goes back to somebody my freshman year in college who was an ROTC, but needless to say, I digress. So I find that very cool. And someone had just said you inspired them to serve and then run for office. I think that's really awesome. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, a lot of leftists get hung up on the fact that I'm a veteran, but I grew up in a military family in a military town. I was told essentially from the cradle that this is a way that you can, first of all, get on your feet, and second, do something good while you're doing it. And unfortunately, it turned out, that second part turned out not to be true. And there's this class divide within the military that a lot of people don't recognize, don't want to recognize, where you have officers that come from wealthy backgrounds, that come from wealthy communities. They have a college degree as a requirement, and they are allowed to quit at any time. And then you have enlisted who are largely much poorer, who, come from a small handful of places in this country, from military towns, from the Rust Belt, from places that are either stagnant or in decline. And, we're not allowed to quit at any time. Right. So, you come in and you're sold on this idea of doing something good and it's going to be amazing and you're going to feel great about everything. And it's going to be a way that you can, put a roof over your family's head and blah, 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 blah. And, at 18 years old, you sign your name on that line. And then in my case, for the next 5 years, because I had a 5-year contract, if I had tried to quit, they would have thrown me in jail. Right. And
it's a pretty hardcore jobs program that we offer in this country, but make no mistake, that is our job. That is our jobs program.
Yeah. And it's that dichotomy that leaves a lot of people coming out of the military extremely disillusioned. If you actually go and talk to people on military bases, particularly junior enlisted troops, the number one thing that you will hear is, my recruiter lied to me. That is the most common sentiment on a military base. And, you get on the right, you get this troop worship that's like, rah, rah, absolutely everybody in the military is a hero and none of them have done anything wrong. And then on the left, you get this, the exact polar opposite of anybody who's ever been in the military is just completely evil. And, it leaves
people who think that.
Yep. It leaves the overwhelming majority of people who do one tour of enlistment and get out because they're disillusioned, because the reality didn't match up to the propaganda that they were sold on. And, it's like most of us, we just want to go back to normal life. We actually do want to help people, as opposed to, the what our recruiter said we were going to do, So it's just I think that folks on both sides of this issue have got the military just completely wrong in completely different ways.
Yeah.
Well, that's why there's a difference. Somebody put up anti-war is not anti-veteran. And that is the distinction that I think really needs to be put out there. Obviously, one of the things that I do think is the advantage to the non-corporate progressive candidates in multi-person races is you pretty much have that lane all to yourself. What is your path to victory against the rest of the field? What do you see as being that path?
He's just better.
That's the easy answer.
So I'm running against a former governor who is a very close friend of the Clinton family.
Say no more.
The guy has a 9-figure bank account.
That's what we need.
I am absolutely never going to raise more money than him, so I'm not going to try.
There's no. It's
right.
Never
so the strategy is to just not try to make it an arms race. It's to just get the message out. to people who have been taken for granted or completely forgotten by the major political parties. And we're going to create this sort of farmer labor strategy where we're talking to folks in rural areas and saying, we're going to put you back to work in jobs that you own. We're gonna fight back against Walmart and Family Dollar, because everybody who lives in a small town knows when Walmart and Family Dollar come in, all the mom and pops board up and everybody's screwed, right? We're going to fight back against them. We are going to bring back the main street shops, and we're going to do it in a way that people in your community own. We're also going to bring back family farms by creating programs to feed hungry Virginians with Virginia grown, cooperatively owned produce.
It's fascinating. Yes, I know. It's just, it boggles the mind how, it's just
common sense.
It is, but yet it's so frustrating that this is like such an effort,
And then we're going to go into the cities and into the suburbs, and we're going to say, we're going to fight to make sure that the housing prices go down, because like where I live in Manassas, I have a very small apartment that I'm paying $2,000 a month for. And this is the cheapest place in town. Yeah. So, people are just getting absolutely squeezed out by real estate speculators that are profiting off of the massive influx of people that come in every time there's one of these economic development programs. And so we're going to fight back against the big corporate landlords. We're going to fight for things like statewide rent control, cooperative ownership of multifamily units. We're going to fight for like a vacancy tax for unoccupied rental properties, so they can't just sit on these empty apartments and empty houses to drive the price up, and good cause eviction laws, so that you can't be kicked out of your home when you didn't do anything wrong, right? We're going to fight for all of these things that put you in control of your housing. That way, we will be able to lower the cost of housing and let you, the working Virginian in Fairfax or Alexandria or Arlington or Henrico or wherever, we're going to let you not have to work so many hours to keep a roof over your head so you can see your kids. So, it's both of those things. And by giving folks in every part of Virginia a better future to look forward to, we're going to get people out to vote who have never voted in a Democratic primary before. And we are absolutely going to win this thing.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.